After graduating from a university, I was immediately hired as a staff for a hospital's admitting section. It was a good and stable job for a fresh graduate like me. However, the only thing that I didn't like about my new job is being assigned in the graveyard shift. Only one staff member is assigned during this shift, since there are less patients being admitted at night. Our office is located near the main entrance on the ground floor. Most offices on the ground floor close at 5 p.m. That means whoever is assigned in the graveyard shift will not only be alone in the admitting office, but also the entire ground floor. At night, I arrived for my shift 15 minutes before 10 p.m. Most of the lights on the ground floor were already turned off. A few dim lights were on, but instead of brightening up the room, they made it more creepier as it creates shadows and dark overcast. I avoid looking at the dark areas and corners. I have this creepy feeling that I am not alone in this deserted hall, that someone is looking at me. I immediately hurried towards my office and saw my colleague, Ryan, patiently waiting for me. His shift was done, and he was about to go home. He was just waiting for me to arrive. He turned over some works for me and picked up his backpack, said goodbye, and left. After 10 minutes of working on my desk, I can hear footsteps coming in, since my desk was facing the wall. I didn't see who it was, but I'm positive. It's just Ryan, because he just went straight to his desk and started rummaging through some stacked papers and frantically opening his drawers as if he left something. "Hey, Rai, did you forget something?" I asked. There was no reply. Maybe he was just wearing his headphones and didn't hear me. He always does anyway. So I repeated my question this time. My voice was louder. "Ryan, why did you go back? Did you forget something?" Again, there was no reply. Only rummaging noises. So I looked over my shoulders to look at him, and to my horror, there was no one there. The office suddenly becomes quiet. But the papers were everywhere, and how can someone disappear in thin air in a split second? I know there was someone here because there was a mess around. The office was pretty spacious, and it would take several steps and few seconds to exit, and there was no one there. I was in deep thought when the guard entered. It is pretty usual for guards to do their rounds during this time. He was also the guard assigned in the main door, so I asked him if he saw Ryan. "Ryan left about 10 to 15 minutes ago," he said. I instantly felt the hairs on the back of my neck started raising. "Is there any problem, miss?" the guard asked me. I don't know if I should tell him. I'm afraid he won't believe me and think that I'm probably crazy or something. He went back tonight for his shift then. The guard said silently, "Who? Ryan?" I was surprised. I asked him who he was referring to. "Is it Ryan?" He looked directly at my eyes for a second, as if contemplating if he should tell me or not. So again, I repeated my question. He sighed and started telling me about a staff member who died while on duty due to a heart attack a couple of years ago. His desk was Ryan's desk. You know, sometimes the dead doesn't know that they're already dead, and they keep on doing their job and everyday routine as if they are still alive. The guard told me